The next thing you want to do is you're going to measure for the lid. So after you've made the opening, you want to measure the lid. You're going to use the calipers. You're going to use this end of the calipers for measuring the lid. So you put that inside there like that. If this fits in, that's the measurement you need for the top of the lid, where it's going to fit inside there. So you're going to measure at this end when you're making it. So I take this off, and we're going to put another piece of clay on. This will be for the lid. The lid doesn't need very much clay. It's not very big. So we just need a small piece of clay like this. Put it on, and you're going to center it. There's not a lot of throwing involved in making a lid. For the most part, it's carving. You're carving the clay to match up with the dimensions that you measured. Christina, can you get a loop tool? So you want to have a bowl-like form in the center here. Thanks. You're going to press down in the center. You can press down with your fingers, or you can press down with a steel rib. But you want kind of a bowl-like form on the inside here. You're going to take this measurement and transfer it onto the top of the clay where you centered it. This is going to be the outside of the wall. You have to have a wall that's raised up that will fit inside there. So it's a lot like making your T-bow when you trimmed it. You want to have two lines. That's where the wall's going to be. I'm going to trim down lower here, and I'm going to trim down on the inside too. You want to get it highest. That wall needs to be raised up at least a 1/4 of an inch. That wall is what's going to fit in the opening of that teapot. So we got the measurement already, so now I'm just carving this down. It's a little bit wet, sticky. Normally what I would recommend you do is dry it with a hairdryer first. But I'm not going to take the time to do that right now. I can try and get it done without drying it with a hairdryer. It's a little bit easier if it's drier. It doesn't have this wet, sticky surface of slip on it. So you're just carving this down, trying to get it, that wall raised up, and get it so it's not too thick anywhere. This edge that I'm working on right here needs to be flat. That flat surface is going to fit on top of the teapot when it's done. So I want that nice and smooth and flat. So I'm just smoothing with my fingers now. And then the last thing you want to do is check and make sure it matches, the dimension matches the opening of that. So this raised wall has to fit in the opening. So if this fits over the outside edge like that, it's a tiny bit small. I'm going to push it out just a little tiny bit. You got to make sure that this matches. So that's pretty good right now, right? So you want to get this to match the measurement, and that will fit on the teapot once it's trimmed. It has to be dried and trimmed. Next thing I